Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today I'm going to be doing a Josieism Tier 1 member. Nana Ange nails it. Go check her channel out. If you'd like to become a member, check out the perks today. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So, Nana Ange had mentioned something about wanting to see wedding nails, and the color for the wedding was lavender. So, I'm going to create design today for some lavender wedding nails. I am using these medium length almond tips. As per request from Nana Ange, and I'm gonna make 12 sizes for this design, and I'm gonna actually end up putting it on my Etsy. I've done this in the past, and I actually had stopped. I had a list that I was gonna do from the dailies that I've made last year, and things just, I mean, you know, my channel's been getting a little crazy, and I am partially burnt out from my business trips, so I haven't really been posting much of anything, to be honest. And obviously tonight's night at the Improv is not, you know, going to be a night at the Improv tonight, because I'm going to show this video. This has kind of been a couple weeks in the making, and I actually just finished this tonight. I haven't had the time to film much of anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and get all these tips onto my stands. I'm so happy that I've kind of collected enough stands over time for me to be able to lay out all 12 sizes. I think that for most of my full cover tips, I do have at least 10 sizes, but this one has 12. And before I only had one strip of well, no, I had two strips of 10, obviously, but the plastic ones that I have weren't all that great. The last two stands that I'm going to whip out are the plastic ones, and I actually hardly use them anymore. But for this video, I'm going to pull them out so that we can have all 12 on the stands. So what I'm actually doing is, for some reason, almost every tip container, the nail tips have that little nubby at the end, and it's where they injected the nails onto a strip. And then depending on, you know, what kind of tips you have, there are ones that you twist off, but sometimes they just remove them off already for you and put them in containers like this. So if you ever see those little nubs at the end of the tips, that's what they are, because it's impossible. I actually worked in a facility that made engine blades and turbines, and that's kind of also how they create some of these parts. They put them on a strip because it's easier to inject to all the pieces, and then after they're solidified, they just break off the ends, and then they have to kind of melt down the little nubbies on those. So it's similar to a lot of reproduced items like this here. Okay, so now that I have all of this onto my stands, I'm only going to show one nail, so don't worry. But I'm using my French tip stickers. These are addictive. In fact, I have 2 sheets, and I used up all the little smile lines on this one. So there's like 2 rows of smile lines. And what I'm going to be doing for this design is making sure that it looks like a wedding nail. 1, 2, that it has a lavender element. 3, that it doesn't kind of look too busy, because for wedding nails, I like them to have a little pizzazz, but I don't want it to be too busy. That kind of overpowers the dress or the jewelry or whatever, you know, the bride is wearing. So I'm doing that, and then I'm going to have a little peekaboo element because you know I love that. And that happened because I was whipping out all my gel polishes that kind of had this lavender vibe. And I couldn't narrow down some of the colors because I just thought they were so nice that I really wanted to include it into the design today. And so my way of going around that is to have a peekaboo moment with one of the colors I really didn't want to pass up. So I'm putting the French line here, and I'm using AM11 Purple Fantasy. This is from the Aurora Mermaid Gel collection. Check that out on Varnail. I'm using my round brush to apply it to the tip. But this collection, you guys, is so beautiful. As you know, I am a brand ambassador for Varnail, but you can use my ambassador link in the description box below. Along with that, you can use my 25% discount code. It works for most items, but not for boxes, bundles, or sale items, which is pretty typical for any, nail website. But definitely check them out because the colors, you guys, these colors are beautiful. And I have like one of almost everything. So if I ever did like, teal wedding nails, I have it. If I did blues or grays, whites, something like that, there's a color for it. So it's really nice. The only thing that I wish I did that I didn't think about is that this is Aurora Mermaid Gel, yes, but it could also look like a pearlized color. And how you do that is you take a ball tool and you swirl the gel around to kind of mix up those metals, and it leaves the kind of indentation of those swirls in the application, and it would have ended up looking like mother of pearl underneath. So I missed out on an opportunity. So I couldn't pick between these two colors. On the left we have 151 Keep Connect, and then on the right we have 131 Island Sand. So what I'm going to do here, you guys, I'm just going to trial out both colors, and I'm going to do that by just placing it on the nail and seeing how it looks. What this color is going to do, it's semi-transparent, both of these, and I wanted it to be the kind of base of the nail. So it looks like kind of a French, you have that base of your nail that's kind of a nude color or a clear color. In this case, it's going to have a nice purple hue to it, and it has a little bit of shimmer that is really pretty. So that's this nail, and then I'm going to flip it upside down to see how the peekaboo looks. You can see that beautiful purple mermaid, Aurora Mermaid Gel. Look how pretty that is. So I wanted that beautiful, subtle peekaboo, a conversational piece, if you will. Nails end up becoming a conversational piece at any party, really. And then here's the Island Sand 131. And this one is more of a nude color, kind of more with a little bit of beige, but it also has that same shimmer in there. So that's why I love this color. But as you see, as I'm placing it down, I feel like it's a little too strong in the beige department, to where if you wear this on your nail, it's going to really cover up your natural nail base, which I think is pretty. I love French tips, and I like to see just like a very transparent, almost jelly nude color over the base area, just to give it some slight coverage in case you have little imperfections. But that color looks a little too dark, and then it also makes the peekaboo look kind of pink, so I don't really want that. I want to try to keep a purple tone, so I'm going to be using this 151 Keep in Touch as my base for all of the nails. And again, I'm only going to be showing one, so we don't have to sit here and look for each nail application. Okay, so now I am putting another strip of my French stickers, and as you can see, you can imagine, I think this might be the same one though. I don't know how I was able to do this twice, because usually I kept it really neat is why, because when I did the other nails, oh, I had to use 2 French tip stickers on one nail, because I couldn't keep it this clean. So I'm going to be putting this French tip sticker over the section that we did, because I'm going to take this HEMA free gel polish 119 Tarot Purple from the HEMA free collection from Varnail. It's been such a long time that I received these HEMA free gels that I wanted to use them in a set somehow. And this became the opportunity, because I received so many gorgeous colors. I do have the unboxings for all, I think 5 or 6 sets. So if you want to check that out, I think I might have added it to my HEMA free collection playlist. If not, it's in my channel somewhere. But this color is so pretty. This is pretty close to lavender, which I feel like they should have just called lavender, but because I've had taro I've had taro chips, I've had taro like mashed taro, whatever. I've had taro, and because the taro, I think that's the same. Is that the same as purple yam, or is that different? Anyway, in the taro chip, you know, it's kind of white-ish. It's not, it has some purple in it, but I think it's more white. So they should have called this a lilac or a lavender or whatever. But anyway, I'm applying this over what we did, and I have that French tip sticker there to keep that French tip line that we started with the Aurora Mermaid gel. And we're going to remove, I love this part where you just remove it. Off camera, I did take a brush and clean up the edges, and I used a detail brush to extend the smile lines. But after I cured that, I'm going to use this glass top coat, because it's super shiny and it has that kind of strength added on to it. So I'm going to use it for this set, and I applied 1 coat of this because I already want all of this right here that you see to be top coated, because what we're going to do after is I'm going to do some sugaring, and usually you don't want to put top coat over sugaring. I mean, you could, it's just going to have a different textural effect onto it. So whenever I do my sugaring, I like to leave it as is. Sometimes I don't like to do sugaring, because once you wash your hands, you're kind of screwed. So because this is more for maybe like a photo thing, you know, for a wedding, I think sugaring is okay. So here's the sugar that I'm going to be using, and then I'm using my white liner from Varnail, the GA02, and this one is piano white. I got a bunch of these liners. These liners are the best, and their brushes are actually super fine. But my detail brush here, that's actually Varnail as well. This is an 18 millimeter detail brush. This brush is thinner than the liner brush, but the liner brush is super thin. I was impressed, and I did do an unboxing of those. They end up putting liners in mystery boxes if you end up getting the mystery boxes from Varnail. They do sell the collection too. There's different collections of liners that you can get, so that's also something you can do if you want to you know, build up your inventory. And I know I am a brand ambassador for Varnail, so of course I'll be saying this all, but at the same time, I would not have become a brand ambassador if I did not stand behind their products. And so far so good, and I can always leave if I don't feel, if I feel that they're just not up to par anymore. And obviously so far so good. Never had a problem, although I did do a live unboxing yesterday, and I did get one gel polish kind of explode on me or something, because it was closed, but somehow there was some gel outside of it, but that was the one time out of the many of times I've received packages from Varnail. But anyway, y'all know that I love my filigree. Look at this, you guys. So beautiful. But I also feel that filigree is just romantic. It's got that nice organic flow to it, and it's delicate. I did it in the piano white, so it gives that pure white look to it. And adding the sugar on top, it's going to give that special micro bling. You know, it's not going to be chunky glitter. You want something fine and delicate. Heck, if I had pixie crystals, I mean, I do, but just not enough of it. Maybe there can be an opportunity for some pixie crystal application somewhere. But I think this is enough. I think I'm going to do this, and then as I'm doing this, I am thinking that maybe I need to have a little bit more bling to this. We have that iridescent sugary feel, but now I want some bling. And I'm like, well, this nail is already too busy. Like I said, I don't want it to be too busy of a design. So I am going to put a few pieces of bling on this and see how it's going to look. I actually had a little, it's not like a poll, but I guess you could say a poll, and I asked my Josieism members to pick which nail, I mean, like, if it was good like this by itself, or if I should add bling. And I showed them one that I did bling on, and they ended up saying that the bling would be a little bit better. But this is already a beautiful nail. So now for the next steps, we are going to be prepping my little workstation to set up for the bling. After I just transition to the next scene. And magic, they're all done. How about that? But look how pretty it is already. This is why, like, I had a hard time figuring out if I should do extra bling, because it already looks so pretty. I love the lavender French tip, as you see here. The filigree, oh, you know, I was freaking out because I didn't know if I was going to do a good job on it. And then that peekaboo, it's just so classic. I love it. It's like you have your plain, and then you have your peekaboo bling on there. So I didn't know what kind of formations I should do with my rhinestones. I wanted to use some shapes, but didn't work out right. Here I have my Jenny's Secret rhinestone glue in a pen. They call it a pen, but I think it's more like just a liner brush. But anyway, so what I'm going to do here is when you do filigree, sometimes you can have some offset dots applied to add some extra nice detail. So instead of doing that, because I didn't do that at all with the white liner, I am going to be doing the dots with the rhinestones. So here off to the side, I think originally I just applied dots, but later on, just to make sure that the jewels stay on the nail, I used the Jenny's Secret. It's expensive, but it works very well. She has a pot gel of her rhinestone glue, which is great for caviar beads because the viscosity is so thick that if you're tired of having your caviar beads run around, you can use that. It'll obviously adhere them to your nail, but it's thick enough to where you're not going to be chasing caviar beads around. Then they have this Jenny's Secret pen, which has the same kind of strength of her pot gel, but it's in pen form, so you can make lines with it, you know, something a little bit more detailed than just using a brush and dipping it into her pot gel. So I'm using that. I ended up sealing it too, because I would normally do the rhinestone glue and then a thin layer of top coat to kind of make sure that it really sticks on to the nail. But in this case, we have the sugaring, so I couldn't use the top coat brush to put it over the rhinestone glue, but I solved that issue by, after doing this to the nail, I did go back in with the glass top coat and a detail brush. And I used that to apply around the edges to make sure that I filled in all the gaps and made sure that each rhinestone was fully covered along the edges so that they won't fall out. So hopefully they don't fall out. So I have those 3 off to the side, and then I figured I need more because that's what happens to me. You can't just have the one. You have to keep adding more rhinestones, and then sometimes I go overboard. But this is going to be it. So I'm going to do another 3 rhinestones, but this time it's going to be cascading in size. So I'm going to have the large to the medium to the small going in an arc, and I think that's about it. But I think that looks really cute. So once I've got these placed down, again, I am going to be sealing it with the glass top coat that I didn't show in this video, but just to make sure that those rhinestones are secure in there. But that's pretty much it, you guys. It's the same design for each nail, but I think collectively it just looks really nice just being simple like this. Look at it. It's so pretty. To the point where I feel like I want to keep these. But here is just some 5 random ones to get an idea of what they look like if you were to get them ready to put on yourself. My little tray with my little turtle that is still on there from a night at the improv design, actually, if you've seen that video. But here I've got a plate of all 12 nails, and I'm putting this out here so that I can set this aside. I'm going to be packing them, and I'm just getting them packed and ready to go so that I can throw them up on my Etsy. I do have my Etsy link in the description box below, so check that out. Again, I've been meaning to do sets and throwing them up on Etsy just because some of these are just really nice, and I just want to put them out there and see if there's anybody, you know, wanting to grab any of my designs, because sometimes I feel like at least the designs that I've done are just so out there that surely there's got to be someone that's just interested in something that I do. Plus, you know, some people do it as a business. I obviously want that to be somewhat of a business, but at the same time, I feel like my designs, I'm not, you know, trying to be cocky or anything, that they're good, but I feel like they're just so unique that I just want to be able to have them out there again for someone willing to like them and get them for themselves, because I do put everything into these designs, you guys. Like 24 nails of filigree that has to look somewhat the same is tedious work and just not a good time. It was after the first 5 nails, and then just like stop it, you know. But anyway, I think I did all right. So for the first side, I am putting this, I always put my sizes on there for anyone that wants to reorder any custom or nails and already knows that the sets they want, because a full set, obviously, a full 12 piece or 24 piece set is going to be more than having your own personal, I think, you know, it would be 20 pieces and maybe a couple of spares. But anyway, so I'm putting sizes 0 through 5 on the front, and the top row has the design going one way and the bottom row has the design going the opposite way, so that you can put them on both hands and they can go in, you know, 2 directions that make sense. If it all went in one direction, it just would look a little weird, I think, for me. And on the back side, I'm putting the remaining sizes, which should be 6 through 11, so 24 nails in total. Again, the top row has the design on the left, or leaning to the left, and on the bottom row we have the design leaning to the right. And then I'm going to put the numbers down. In both top and bottom rows are the same size, just different designs on opposite sides so that you can wear them on two hands and it'll look fine going in two directions as opposed again to one. So I like doing this for all of my sets that I throw up on Etsy, just because, or my orders, because, like I said, some people like to get a different design, or yeah, well, basically a different design, and they know their numbers already. So I mean, I don't really focus so much on Etsy, but I really should, especially since I do a lot of nails. But look at that. I mean, it's so pretty. I love that color. So I always put them in these really cute cases, even the long ones. It's like a snappable, clear display box that kind of protects it during shipping because it has that hard edge that it relies on if it gets squished. But anyway, I'm putting my favorite little, I call it like balloon string because I can curl it. But anyway, along with the sets, I always throw in a tool set, of course. We've got our foam, spongy buffer. Oh my gosh. Orange stick, nail glue, the little file. I have 2 sheets of 20, yeah, 20, I think 20 stickers. No, there's more than that. I think 24 stickers. And then I have my 2 alcohol pads. I also throw in my little business card in there. And then I'm just having it ready to go when it goes out. But that is it, you guys. So thank you so much for watching tonight's video. Again, I am going away again for business, so Lord knows what's going to do that to my schedule. But come the month of April, I did do a live unboxing for the April mystery box with Varnail. So you know my dailies are coming up. So start April 1st, I will be dishing out all my dailies for April. They're shorties, so they shouldn't be too brutal, but catch any of the ones that you can. You don't have to watch all of them. I know it gets a little crazy. But also I will be doing my craft videos as well. So I've got a lot to do. But thank you so much, you guys, for watching. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.